Hi everybody, Oddbluepony here with another episode of our Let's Play The Witness. So for those of you who have not been following along, we reached the end game in our last episode, so everything from here on out is basically going to be filling in the gaps of basically the puzzles that we haven't found, getting all the environmental puzzles, hopefully, and trying to get 100%. We'll see how far we make it until I just burn out completely or everybody loses interest. Whichever comes first. So, luckily, I had quite a few dedicated commenters that assured me that I could reload my save and basically leave without actually going in this elevator, the Wonkavator, and flying all over the place. So I guess spoiler alert if you haven't finished the game, but at least you don't see like the ending story stuff, I guess. So I also really appreciated you guys kind of like giving me a couple pointers of like things to look for now that I've finished. Now, was he facing this way before? I really don't remember. I feel like he was, actually. Keep an eye out for triangles, guys. I don't see any triangles. So the tip that I got is that it is possible to turn on this puzzle. And I'm guessing how to do that is in one of these two directions. So there's a chord. The chord. That is super hard to see. Oh my gosh. It is dark, so I think it goes up through the floor. So now where does this one go to? This one also... Nope. I don't see it. Well, if it does go up through the floor, then we need to explore further on our way out and keep an eye for mysterious chords coming up from the floor. Although, I'm not sure exactly where it would be since it went up along this wall and I don't see anything. As far as like a room or anything that's on this wall, there's stuff over here, which could possibly be the puzzle we're looking for. And then, but there was also the chord that went straight back. get stuck looking at the building models. Oh yeah, I solved this in between videos. Okay. Not this video in the last one, but the video where my recording got cut off. I noticed that. Okay. Well, I think our best bet would be that it'd be somewhere over here, maybe. Because I didn't see any random cords over there, and that's just, like, 2 rooms. Oh, hello.
You see, a motif is this. He put his hands together, drew them apart, the 10 fingers open, then slowly, very slowly, brought them together again, clasped them, squeezed them tightly, meshing them. That's what one should try to achieve. If one hand is held too high or too low, it won't work. Not a single link should be too slack, leaving a hole through which the emotion, the light, the truth can escape. You must understand that I work on the whole canvas, on everything at once. With one impulse, with undivided faith, I approach all the scattered bits and pieces. Everything we see falls apart, vanishes, doesn't it? Nature is always the same, but nothing in her that appears to us lasts. Our art must render the thrill of her permanence along with her elements, the appearance of all her changes. It must give us a taste of her eternity. What is there underneath? Maybe nothing. Maybe everything. Everything, you understand? So I bring together her wandering hands. I take something at right, something at left, here, there, everywhere. Her tones, her colors, her nuances. I set them down, I bring them together. They form lines, they become objects, rocks, trees, without my planning. They take on volume, value. If these volumes, these values, correspond on my canvas, in my sensibility, to the planes, to the spots which are there before our eyes, then my canvas has brought its hands together. It does not waver. The hands have been joined neither too high nor too low. My canvas is true, compact, full. But if there is the slightest distraction, if I fail just a little bit, above all, if I interpret too much one day, if today I am carried away by a theory which runs counter to that of yesterday, if I think while I paint, if I meddle, whoosh, everything goes to pieces. Paul Cézanne, as related by Joachim Gasquet, 1921.
I wonder if this is the chord continued. Creepy book person. Surprised you don't have like a tape recorder or something hiding in there. Okay, so it goes straight up from here. Where's the book person? Oh gosh, it's so dark. Oh, more cord. these kind of seem like something, but... Now the question is, if I leave, is it gonna close? Because I don't really want it to close. Wait, oh, Zapplers. Purple light. Is it this cord? This cord's not lit up, but it's attached to the box. I see you. Well, something definitely changed. Nice. Yeah, his puzzle is on. It's a bunch of frickin' triangles. I don't know what the 3 triangles mean though. And they all go up, which is interesting. wish they'd flashed. So I'm guessing that the triangles don't have anything to do with direction, and they have more to do with the square that they're actually in. I'm gonna have to look at the previous triangle puzzles that I did to confirm. Secret passageway! And that's how to get back out. Oh! I know what this leads to, sorta. We saw this, like, as part of the underground network by the windmill and the desert ruins. So this area is gonna be huge. Well, I'm gonna get a lot of, like, the 100 or so odd puzzles that I'm missing right here, probably. Gonna do this. I'm trying to figure out how, because I need to lump these three together like this, probably. Have an idea. Oh, did I also mention that I have been extremely sleep deprived this week? we've been having people come out to fix the leaky window in our house, and they don't really tell us when they're gonna show up. They're just show up in the morning, so, and the dog likes to bark at people that he doesn't know, so I got a very rude awakening yesterday, and I've probably gotten like an average of 5 hours of sleep every night this week. Which is probably another one of those things in the rule book of like when not to play puzzle games. When you are very, very tired. Oh! I think I see. Yes. Hey! I feel like Stryker would really like this area. I'm not a fan of like underground places because there's not any color, I guess. No pretty flowers or vegetation. Lots of creepy crawlies. Interesting that there's lights in the water. I wonder if the lights are supposed to make it so I can see something. Maybe it's just to make it look pretty. Oh, it's a fork. Let's go this way because it looks like a dead end. Ooh, my favorite. Oh no. Now I don't remember, can I flip these? Or not, if they're not tilted. Well, I got that one right, but I didn't get the other one right, so let me look. Okay, so what if... This is probably incorrect too. Oh, really? I was so proud of myself. I solved it in a different way. How can I combine those two? That would basically be the same. Oh. I do see a way. What Mm. Well, I had a thought, and now it was gone. Now it was gone. Wow. Now it's gone. There we go. So if we put either the very top or the very bottom square of this shape on the end of this guy, it's basically the two shapes at the bottom combined, because you got the three across and one up, and then this little L. So one up, but then so there's our L. But then we're going to add on this, which hopefully... Oh wait, this isn't gonna work. Oh, that's not gonna work either. Okay, so here's our L. No? Okay, 1, 2, 3. I just did this. God, I'm repeating myself. Remember how I said that this game makes you go insane? Have you guys ever played Kerbal Space Program? That's the sound that the little Kerbal astronauts make. Well, and scientists and engineers. They go, hmm. Also Minecraft villagers, actually, now that I think of it. Let's do this one later. Let's try this one. Which... Still trying to do things that I don't think I can do. It's not that I'm breaking the rules, it's just that I really want it to work a certain way. I'm making up my own rules. In fact, when I was really little, I used to write my sentences backwards, so from right to left instead of left to right. Or wait. Yeah. I had to think about how writing worked for a second. And people kept telling me that that's not how you do it. And so I told them that I wanted to be president, so I could change the rules and everybody had to write like me. So I wouldn't be weird. This is so problematic. Because I need to basically close the top, but I can't because the shape is too tall, so I need to like stack them. So if I did that, what would it look like? No, that won't work. I mean, I feel like I'm onto something right now. I don't like Tetris. Puzzles. Tetris puzzles. I think it's mostly just because, like, I'm tired right now, so my brain is just saying nope. It's a rainbow one. See, now this one should have been the last one. Yep, there's too many colors. So, these guys are all the same. They're all yellow if they're purple. And these ones are all light blue. Okay, and then... Actually, let me take a picture of this. Because we're going to want to compare the colors that we know, if they're yellow or blue, to the ones that we don't know. Mark them as being yellow or blue. Got it? Does that make sense? Okay. Okay, so... Let me unclick. Okay, so purple is light blue. Or actually, what might be much quicker is... Oh, we don't know. So, okay. Color Theory 101 here. It seems like all the warm colors are this light blue, and all the cool colors are yellow. So let's try that first. Let me actually mark it on my picture here. I'm doing a terrible job, by the way. Okay, and then cool colors are actually yellow. Okay. So I think I have successfully marked everything, hopefully, because I basically just have to assume with this yellow and orange color, because we don't have one along the edge. But I feel like I have pretty solid logic. Okay. Actually, these are all... There's a lot of blue, actually. So how am I going to single out the warm colors? Oh, not like that. Now purple's technically a warm and a cool color, so let's... Oh, and I can't do this, because... So here's my problem. Right here, these three. So... There's so much blue. Oh, fiddlesticks. Man, I was so excited about these color puzzles. This one color puzzle. Oh. I just had a thought. Just one. Is this the challenge? The challenge? I thought the ones in, like, towards the end were hard. I'm just, like, staring off into the abyss, into these colors right now. I'm in my happy place. Rainbows. Oh, there's the point. Okay. That's good to know. Nice. See, I did that one. I did one. I bet I can probably do this one too. Okay. So... This will work. Yeah. this will work. This won't work. So... there we go. I solved 2! That's cool. I like this a lot. I'm probably gonna use this for my thumbnail. Because it's pretty. I really want to solve this. But I guess I can take what I can get right now. How do I get over there? Did I pass that? Did I pass it? No. Okay. Weird. Is that gonna be like an elevator shaft? This is gonna light up eventually, I think. So that means we have to solve these. Ooh!
God bade me behold the sea, and I saw the ships sinking and the planks floating. Then the planks too were submerged. And God said to me, "Those who voyage are not saved." And he said to me, "Those who, instead of voyaging, cast themselves into the sea, take a risk." And he said to me, "Those who voyage and take no risk shall perish." And he said to me, "In taking the risk, there is a part of salvation." And the wave came and lifted those beneath it and overran the shore. And he said to me, "The surface of the sea is a gleam that cannot be reached, and the bottom is a darkness impenetrable. And between the two are great fishes, which are to be feared." Nefari, circa 970. What?
I'm going to the store. Do you want a sandwich or something?
You've been standing there for like an hour.
I didn't want to interrupt.
And I don't like sandwiches. Have you ever seen me with a sandwich? Why would you think I want a sandwich?
Sorry.
No, I need some sleep.
It's okay. We're all working hard.
I just want to read it right. We're going to be hearing this a lot of times. Every little thing matters because it gets so multiplied.
It's good. It's already good.
Thanks. Yeah. But we've kind of picked high goalposts. Every little bit matters. Oh, can you get me a coffee?
So, those dangerous fishes, sharks. I kind of liked the end though. It was very comical and like, I guess, breaking the third wall, sorta. I don't really like sandwiches either. I mean, the only kind of sandwiches I eat are the ones that have lots of cheese on them. Like melty cheese. Warm sandwiches. I don't really like cold sandwiches. But I do like coffee. And I need sleep, so I felt like I totally could relate to her. So, She's now my favorite. Oh, this is a bad way. See this? Show me your secrets. I'm not at the right angle to see it. Because I think it's sky I'm looking at. I'm also, like, I went off and started wandering, and that was a horrible idea, because I'm gonna totally lose track of, like, what I solved and what I didn't. Oh, well, here's how we get up here. It's so close. Oh my gosh. Yay! And I thought that there wouldn't be any environmental paths down here. Silly me. There's a lot of triangles. Okay. I want to listen to the tape recorder. But that last quote, I did like that they talked about how, like, those that don't take any risks perish, so, like, the ones that remain on the shore are going to get, I guess, crashed on by the waves, but those that are on the sea only get lifted up by those waves. Oh, there's another one. Oh my god, there's so many tape recorders! It's so funny how excited I've become at the sight of tape recorders because it means that I don't have to solve anything. Oh god. Where was the tape recorder that I just saw? That I was, like, staring at, but I didn't actually click on. I feel like it was in this area somewhere. I don't think it was that one. I mean, the game file doesn't keep track of audio logs, so probably doesn't really matter that I listen to them, but I like listening to them because of the aforementioned reason. Yeah, maybe that was the one I saw.
Just reading these well, picking the right takes, placing them.
Yeah, I don't think it pays to be too neat. You want to leave some traces of us for the intrepid to find.
What do you mean? Any visitor to that island is going to hear quite a lot of us, if they poke around.
Oh yeah, no, sure, but I mean, showing what's happening behind the scenes a little bit to ensure we keep some authenticity. Because if we get too concerned with saying a bunch of wise things in the least personally revealing way, then we're basically putting up a front, in danger of it becoming a false front. It's a slippery slope, and you know how easily we could slide into pomposity. I mean, nobody wants that, but would we notice if it happened? Or are we too close to the project? Look, I just think if we include some of our interactions, show that we aren't these transcendent, perfect beings, that we get stuck sometimes. We get into arguments or get depressed. Then at least it's not a false front. At least we're not hiding.
Authenticity is good, yes, but you can find human drama anywhere. I mean, we're drowning in it from day to day. We're supposed to be building a quiet environment away from drama, not celebrating it. Look, these are objects of contemplation. These are about focus and clarity.
We agreed at the outset.
Yeah, I know. And I don't want to change any of that. Just a little added twist, you know? Tucked away deep. It doesn't have to be drama. It's just reality.
Reality. So what, we should record a meeting and stick it in?
Maybe. But we already have some good stuff. Oh, like that little encounter the other week where you offered to buy a girl a sandwich?
Oh.
Her mic was running, so it's in the archive. Look, it's fine. It's in context, it's perfect. Because we're not lecturing from on high. These recordings are part of an endeavor built by human beings. And they aspire to truth with a capital T, but we also have to remember that they cannot actually get there. We should be clear to the intrepid that we know this. I think it'll make it better.
Okay, sure. We'll at least see how it feels. I mean, on that island, we are going to be in very susceptible states. So, be careful with it.
Okay.
It seems I get to be the pioneer of being mildly embarrassed.
Oh, and also, should probably let you know, I'm recording this conversation right now.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm serious.
Oh. What? It will make it better. Trust me.
Well, it did make it better, so. What is this? Invisible shapes. That's a lot of information to remember. What? There we go. Nice. Look how much progress I made. I did one whole side. Part of this one.
It's just the new teapot beeping. It boils fast, but that beep bothers me. Moving on?
So, next I want to raise this problem, which is that I think we don't have enough smart representation from materialist atheists, physicalists, anything in that neighborhood of ideas. And I've been trying to do something about that, but it's hard. The problem is that most coherent atheist screeds are focused on defeating some specific idea of God, or are angry about the historical activities of organized religions, rather than, say, from first principles, making a good case for the impossibility of any concept of God, which would be more like what we're after.
I'm having the same problem. So many justifications of atheism devolve into assertions of the implausibility of Bible stories. Someone like Bertrand Russell, a very advanced thinker, but his commentary on religion all seems to be like Why I Am Not a Christian. Very limited in scope. It is way too small compared to the vision of God and the pieces we're juxtaposing.
Can you repeat that last part? You kind of just dropped out a little bit.
Oh, just that it's a very provincial idea of God that's usually advanced in those arguments. Sometimes even a straw man God. And it doesn't have much in common with the God visualized by Cusa or Spinoza or the great Sufis or even Einstein, whoever. So it just doesn't play on the same field.
When people are explicitly pushing materialism, they're usually philosophers or writers, not physicists, not people who actually do the frontline work of understanding the physical world. With the heavy hitters in physics, it's very hard. It's hard to find good statements that aren't just arguing against straw men. And it's strange because in the modern age, a reasonable portion of working physicists are atheists. Not all by any means, but a reasonable portion. But it's hard to get strong and articulate statements from that sector.
Yeah. I mean, the closest you get is somebody like Feynman, where science gives us a great degree of certainty about certain things, but outside those, it's not a good idea to tell ourselves nice stories and speculate. It's just best to realize we don't know yet about the bigger questions, etc. But we have a lot of Feynman already. Ooh, Paul Dirac was at least a staunch atheist at one point in his life, but I don't know if he has direct statements on record. Keep an eye out.
Dirac was far from a materialist, though. He believed the universe is made out of math. That's an oversimplification, of course. He even mentioned God a few times in an Einstein kind of way.
Wow, this is all so crazy because among scientifically educated people, it's the cultural default, right? If you're a scientist or a computer programmer kind of person, atheist materialism is supposed to be the basic belief. If you're not a materialist, you're stupid. But if we can't find anyone who makes a good case for it, how does that happen?
Well, it's easy to be convinced of the absurdity of stories in common Christianity, Judaism, whatever. So if that's your picture of spiritual beliefs and you have an aversion to digging too hard into your own worldview, which most of us do, then there you go. Anything that seems religious is goofy Bible stories, and materialism is anti-religious. And it's the general impression that smart people are materialists, and hey, I want to be smart, so case closed.
Also, there are all these so-called spiritual people who believe basically anything and try to convince everyone.
In addition to goofy Bible stories, did I forget to mention ghost stories, astrologers, spoonbenders, and all kinds of frauds?
It's a ton of noise. It makes it almost impossible for an outsider looking in to see high-quality thought in the world of spirituality. If I can even generalize spirituality to one thing. So it's easy, if you're already leaning toward materialism, to see these flaky spiritual people, extrapolate that to all spiritual people, and say all that stuff is garbage.
That's how it worked for me. For a while.
Okay, but despite all this, there's a large contingent of present-day real scientists who believe in some form of atheist materialism and whose beliefs have been carefully considered. So we need to ensure we respect that viewpoint.
It's
I
so
remember
frustrating.
that. Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Carl Sagan has a good piece in Demon Haunted World, where he talks about science as a profound source of spirituality. But he doesn't mean mystical spirituality. He means this pure dedication to truth and the development of a wise perspective on our place in the world. It's nice, and it's a picture of atheism that isn't hostile or contemptuous.
Yeah, I read that, and what you're talking about is a beautiful piece, and I tried to get it, but Sagan's people want too much money.
Can't we just pay more?
No. It would trigger a bunch of most favored nation clauses, and we have to pay everyone a lot more, and we go broke. So, no Sagan for us. It is a shame, since he was such a great thinker, and eloquent, too.
Well, that was a long one. I don't know if you have heard in the background, the dog is throwing a hissy fit. Because he's locked in here with me. But I do like these that basically show glimpses of behind the scenes. I agree that it does show authenticity. And it's very enjoyable to listen to the banter. Okay, well, I think I'm probably gonna wrap it up here for now. Because at this point all I'm doing is wandering around looking for tape recorders. There's another one. So anyway, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, give me any hints or tips that aren't too spoilery, I guess, which at this point there isn't much that you could spoil other than like exact locations of things. But I really appreciate the support, guys, and I will see you next time on Let's Play with Pony.